Welcome guys! It's been a while since I did something with my Bushbox, so I think it's high time for that. And what better to cook on a Hobo Stove than a Hobo Stew? So let's get that cracking. So, today I'm going to do a Hobo Stew, or a mulligan stew as it's also known as, or community stew. And according to the history, this is what the hobos at the west coast in the USA had for in the early 1900s. And it basically was all the ingredients that they can scrape up during the day. So someone got some root vegetables, someone got a piece of meat, if it possible, and so forth. And then they all gathered together, put everything in a large pot, and let it stew for a while, and then they ate. And as to accompany that, legend has it that they made coffee where they put spikes, and spike in this context, it's the butt of cigars. I'm not going to have that side dish today, I can tell you that, but my coffee comes without the cigar butts. Well, let's see. And I brought my billy. This is an old one. I had it since I started the channel, basically. I think it's from my first video. And all the ingredients are in my billy. So let's open up and see what I bring today. We have some stew steak, some flour, a bit of parsley, seasoning, tomato puree, a small carrot, an onion, a couple of potatoes, some oil, a clove of garlic, a bay leaf, and half a dice of beef bullion. You can choose any kind you like. So, and I will forego the concept of making everything in this pot somewhat, because I wanted to brown the meat, the onions and the carrots in my skillet. It would be perfect to do this in a large Dutch oven, but alas, I haven't got around to get one yet. But everything will be boiled in the billy later on. So I guess it's time to unpack my Bushbox. Some of you have seen this before. It's been with me for quite some time. If you're interested, there are lots of other videos where I use this Bushbox. So if you're interested, you can head over there afterwards. And today I'm going to use my Trangia burner as a heat source. I was thinking a while of bringing firewood, but in the end I decided that it's a bit convenient to work with a spirit burner, so that's what it is today. And I will use the option to put this grate down to get my burner closer to the pot to get more heat. And this is a dish that will boil for quite some time, so I will fill the burner straight up, and actually I think I just might have to refill it later on, like so. And since it's cold, I'm going to add some drops at this ring on the outside, so I get it going quicker, like so. And first off, it's the skillet that will do its work. So I put the trivets down, and I will start with making pretty rough dices, or quarter rings rather, with the onion. And since this is going to boil for quite some time, I'm going to make the onion pieces quite big. They will reduce in size in the pots later on, but I see no point in really chopping it fine today. Rough pieces for a rough dish. And let's get things going. Get the flame going, and let's put down the skillet and add some oil. Today I want to brown the onion, I want to brown the carrot. That's optional. I think it adds to the taste to brown it before you boil it, but that's personal choice, so you do what you like. And then I'm going to brown the beef, of course. And I want to add a pinch of salt to the onion. How are we doing? We are not yet getting a bloom from the burner, but it will come eventually. Meanwhile, let's dice the carrot so we can keep the pieces staying on the cutting board, not rolling away, escaping for adventures in the great unknown. And since I have room, I will add the carrots right away to get them going. And slowly, slowly, we are getting some heat. And the smells are already started. Okie dokie. Let's go with the beef. And this is steak stew, stew steak, what you would call it. It's basically pieces of meat cut in small dices that are left over from when the butcher has done the larger pieces. Typically they came from the front of the animal, and takes a lot of boiling before they're done, so it's not the finest pieces, so to speak, but perfect for a stew. And from what I can see, most pieces are already in a decent size. I want them bite-sized, so a few of them I'm going to cut into smaller pieces. Makes it easier with my small spoon and quickens the boiling. Smaller pieces take shorter time. So today I'm going for roughly 1/2 inch the side of the cube. We have yet to get a bloom. It's cold today. When I woke up this morning it was minus 10 degrees Celsius, that is. So it's way below freezing point today, and the sun has been warming up during the day, but it's still cold. So for now I can do without gloves, but thankfully I hope the Hobo Stove will keep me somewhat warm. Now the onion starts to look shiny and golden and soft, so then we put it down in the billy to wait its turn. And we're starting to get a proper bloom, so we're getting more heat from our burner now, and that's perfect timing since now it's time for the meat. And I want a hot skillet for that one. So, put down some oil. Let the skillet once again get the temperature up. And put some salt and pepper on steak. That sounds like it's heat enough. We take a few pieces of steak at a time, not to rob the pan of its heat too quickly. So we can take one more. First ounce. Let's do the second batch. Yes. And with the last batch cooking here, I will fix the potatoes. And just like with the meat, smaller pieces means they have to boil shorter. So pretty small dices is what I'm going for today. The meat is ready, so let's put our billy on top. Put in the meat, put the skillet away, and I'm going to add some seasoning. This is rosemary and thyme. I'm going to douse everything in some all-purpose flour, about half a tablespoon something, in order to make this stew a bit thicker in the end. So turn this around. Like so, and a splash of tomato puree. Around a tablespoon something. So we're getting somewhere, and done with the bullion dice and potatoes. And bay leaf, and of course we have just squash the garlic clove here. Quickly get away. Peel. And we add it as it is. And now we add water, just enough to cover things. Turn it around a couple of times. So, time to put on the lid and leave this for a good 15 to 20 minutes something. So everything has been going for some 20 minutes, and if I squash, and I would say the potatoes are done. Oh yes. So put it to the side. Just add some parsley to it. Let's put on the coffee. So waste no spirit. And since I'm only cooking for myself, I will be eating straight from the billy today. If you were several, we would have shared in our pots, but today, straight from the pot. Whew. Oh, that's nice. My hands are pretty cold after. So it's nice to warm them up. For now the billy is just a tad too warm, so but that's nice. Let's see if I can get warm from the inside. So this is what we're eating today. Hobo Stew. That's real tasty. I can recommend this on your next outing. When it's a bit cold, you will surely enjoy this. I guess that's what I can manage with a spoon, but I got bread. I'm not ashamed to say I think this was too good to waste even a drop. I want it all. You know the saying, waste not, want not. And some coffee without the cigar stubs. Well, I guess that's it. I do have to wash up when I come home, but pretty clean. It won't soil my backpack, that's for sure. And this kind of stew, you call it Hobo Stew or mulligan or whatever you like, but it's a perfect way to take care of odds and ends in the cupboards in your kitchen. You got a few potatoes, some carrots, a few pieces of meat, and you can make a wonderful stew. And in this season, these stews are absolutely marvelous. I can eat stew any time of year, but autumn and winter, they are the perfect time for them. They go on the stove for a long time, and you get warm inside when eating them. So I really like them. And as you see, it's dead easy to do it outdoors. I chose to brown them in the skillet, but you can do it right down in the pot from the beginning. And I'm talking about proportions, but somewhere in the vicinity of a handful of stew steak for every person. 2, maybe 3 small potatoes is all the size of mine, a small carrot or a half larger one, and half an onion. Somewhere there, then you have a meal that will satisfy probably most with a healthy appetite. I must say this is a bit of a rare November day. It's sunny, the sky is clear, just a few small heaps of cotton, and it's cold and it's dead calm. Not a ruffle in a leaf anywhere. And that's not ordinary here in Gothenburg, because this is a windy place. Living next to the sea and all. So I really enjoyed having the opportunity to get out today. And this place, I said before, I'm so lucky because this is close vicinity both to my work and to my home. So after I was finished with the work today, I could take this detour on my way home and make a lovely stew and film it and talk to you a bit. So I'm very much privileged to have a place like this that close. I think that's it for today. So thanks all for sticking by me this far. And as ordinary, if you think this video was of some use for you, share the thumbs up please. Gets the video spread more effectively, helps me, the video and the channel. And I'd like to hear your comments about this Hobo Stew, or what you like to call it. Is that something you usually do, on your outings? Or is it something you mostly do at home, or perhaps you don't do stews at all? So the theme for the comments today are the Hobo Stew. And if you're not subscribed yet, you might consider pressing that subscribe button, and if you press the bell too, you will get a notification when I'm out doing new shenanigans outdoors. Until next time, take care. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.